So we've got one more tool we can use in this class to help us work with graphing functions and play with graphing functions, and especially with transforming them. So we're going to look at this with a quadratic function, since this week we are looking at quadratics. Our tool is desmos.com/calculator. It's a graphing calculator at Desmos. If you just remember the Desmos part and search that on Google, it will be your first hit. And what we can do is we can type any equation we want over here. Let's see. F of x equals x squared. We'll just go with that. That's the basic quadratic. And it is graphed. Problem is, of course, we could do that easily ourselves. Yes, I can drag around on it and see different points on my quadratic, but that's not that helpful by itself. But Desmos lets us add sliders. Let's change it to the vertex form of the quadratic. We'll add all sliders. Now we have A, H, and K that let us move it around. It tells me H is 1, K is 1, which puts our vertex at the point 1, 1. But I can move that around. I can move K around. And I can even see when they're at 0 what A does, and watch it go narrow, wide, or even negative. Now, of course, we don't have very many wide options here, so we've got something else I could do. If I wanted to add another slider, let's call it B for the fun of it. I'm going to let B just be the positive and negative 1, and I'm going to let it go from negative 1 to positive 1 with a step of 2. This means the only options I'm going to get are positive or negative 1. And now we'll switch A around to make it go from, let's go 0 to 10. But we'll even do a step, let's just do 0 to 5. We can do a step of, how about 0.01, make it pretty fine-grained. Then I can see a whole lot of really small ones in here. Of course, dragging it's not working as well, so I can go ahead and say, let's make A 0.01 and see what happens. So I can really fine-tune those. One other option that we have, let's get rid of all these sliders right now, is if I wanted to play with multiple different functions, I have f there, I can go ahead and use it like transformations. Do BA f of x minus h, whoops, what did I just do, plus k, add all sliders. Let's change the color by holding down the mouse and choosing another color. And now I see my basic function along with the transformed one. That, again, I'd have to switch this up where b was negative 1 to 1. Step of 2. A will go from 0 to 10. That's not 10. 10, I'm not going to bother changing it. The others will stay where they were. And we can see them all moving around while the basic function is staying where it was. And then if I wanted to change the basic function to, let's say, absolute value of x, I'm still going to get to transform the absolute value of x. So I can transform any others as well and just change it as I wish. So I hope this intro to Desmos has been helpful. We'll see you in the discussions.